A new note on the history of philosophy by the wondrous Bertrand Russell. It is fabulous when he has these lectures. I understand they were originally lectures in the US, and then these lectures, chapters on trends, on movements. The romantic movement is the one which got my attention this morning and yesterday, in which it feels like he's criticizing this movement, if not laughing, as he says in this note, about Jane Austen. She laughs at romantics in Northanger Abbey and Sense and Sensibility. I used to know from my literature professor, Kevorkian, a divine man, whatever he is, thank you. Not that I have much knowledge, but whatever I have is due to him, and especially an inclination to try and read more. He talked about romantics and classics as being opposed, in a conflict between passion and rationality, passiune, rațiune, Romanian. For the romantics, it is passion that wins. For the classics, it's the mind, reasoning. Russell emphasizes the fact that the romantics love passion, and extreme passion, absolute passion. La sensibilité, the French loved in the 18th century, la sensibilité, and the romantics felt compassion, emotion, deep emotion. That's another thing they like, for the poor family. But they were indifferent to schemes to improve the condition of the poor, or something like that. They just and with this emphasis, inclination, obsession with extreme passion, they preferred, in the end, as mentioned in a previous note, Byron is mentioned there especially, they preferred heroes who became dictators, tyrants in real life. They hate cowardice and slaves. So they prefer, no matter what the consequences, this extreme revolt. They are revolted. They represent a revolt against ethics, which started with dances, minuets, habits, fashion, and then moved on to politics and affected philosophy. That's why it's treated here. Rousseau is the one who generated this idea. He came from Switzerland. He was a pauper, a vagrant, and even a beggar for a while. He didn't express any gratitude, and he was shocked when he went in Paris, and he was against common sense like the rest. Byron has also influenced Mary Shelley with her Frankenstein. Russell says that it's somehow like an allegorical history of romantics, where a monster is created, but he was not a monster. He was a decent being to begin with. And he wanted to be loved. He saw a family which he liked, and he wanted to be appreciated and loved. I said, when that doesn't happen, he becomes the monster and starts killing his creator and everyone else he can. So I'd say, if he says this is the allegorical history, that's what happens with romantic movement. There's also a tendency to prefer love somehow its own kind. You have romantics love their they're very individual and love their self, so they love incestuously. Byron, Nietzsche preferred his sister to all other women, not in a scandalous way. Bertrand Russell points out. I don't know, but I'm sure he's correct. And also, they want to be solitary. Solitude is so romantic. Only, only here is again Russell is ironic, and in fact, I think he destroys the movement to some extent. Yes, it's good to be solitary, but then what about the food? He gives examples from D.H. Lawrence and others, characters who die of hunger, and then the writer who is romantic, he needs he needs nourishment, and he needs like slaves people. The romantic love, the passion for someone else is also destructive, because, well, in part, this need for solitude to have another have any degree of control is not good. So they tend to have destructive passions. A wonderful note. Wonderful note.